As a new boater, you may find boat jargon a bit confusing. However, as you gain experience, it'll come to you naturally. To get started, let's go over some common terms.
The bow is the front. You bow forward when you bow, and so remember it that way. Stern is the back of the boat. The term refers to the entire back area, not a specific point.
Transom is the part of the stern where an outboard motor is attached. On stern drives, the gear case is bolted on the transom, and the engine drive shaft extends through it. Swim platforms on the stern of a boat are often called transom platforms. You'll also find a boat's name on it.
If you're standing in the boat and facing forward, the left side is the port side, and that's true regardless of an observer's vantage point. Starboard is the right side of the boat, the opposite of the port side.
Length overall is the length of the boat from the bow to the back of the transom platform. Beam is the width of the boat from side to side at the widest point. A boat with a beam in excess of 8 feet 6 inches cannot be trailered on the highway without special permits. Dry weight is the weight of the boat without fuel and gear, but with a motor.
Passenger capacity is shown on a yellow hull plate, usually affirmed by the NMMA, National Marine Manufacturers Association, in cooperation with the United States Coast Guard. The capacity number assumes passengers average 150 pounds each. Load capacity tells you the maximum weight a boat can safely and legally carry.
An outboard motor is completely exposed outside of the boat. It's clamped or bolted to the transom. Inboard motors are contained within the boat and have a shaft and propeller extending into the water. Inboard propellers are fixed facing aft. That's boat lingo for behind the boat, and steer with a rudder.
Stern drive boats are an inboard and outboard combination. They have an engine inboard and a transmission and propeller drive bolted to the transom and connected to the engine by a drive shaft. Each passenger on board should have a properly fitting life jacket. Regulations as to who, where, and when it must be worn vary by state, so be sure you're familiar with local life jacket rules where you're boating.
A tow point is a hook onto which a tow rope for skiing, wakeboarding, or tubing is attached. Tow points are usually near the transom. Some boats have tow points on arches that extend over the boat's deck. The helm is where you sit or stand to drive a boat. It consists of a steering wheel, gauges, throttle, and often electronics.
The head refers to the toilet or the space where it is located. The galley is the kitchen.
For sailors, there are another set of terms that describe sailboats and sailing. Whatever kind of boating you enjoy, using the right terms will let you better communicate with other boaters and increase your fun.
To learn more boating lingo or more about boating in general, visit your local boat dealer or go to discoverboating.com.